Hi there VC, it's Steve Whitty. It's Bank Holiday Monday and in Britain it's absolutely pouring down. I've been out a couple of times. I had to get some early shopping in, I thought, and then I nipped over to the local recycling centre. I was on the lookout for something, but actually when I showed my next video, it came out quite well actually for me. But this is videos about my weekend's recent finds, and this is the vinyl finds. So this is singles and albums, mixture of local record store and charity shops. So the charity shops were actually quite a little bit fruitful this weekend, maybe because people started having a bit of a clear out. So first up, singles. This is Japan by Bebop Deluxe. This was just a track released as a single, so I hadn't got this on an album at all, so I was pleased to find it. I've never heard it before, so I don't know what it sounds like, so I'm looking forward to that. And you know how much I like Bebop Deluxe. This was a charity shop find. This is It Doesn't Matter Anymore by Buddy Holly, released in the UK as a single after his death and became his only #1. This is Level 42, Something About You. This is probably one of my favourite tracks of theirs. I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with Level 42. I wasn't quite... To me, at worst, they represent all that was wrong in the 80s, all yuppie and wine bars and whatever. But musically, when they were on it, they were really good. Next up is a band called Deadline, and I'm taking it. This is a local band. This was recorded in 1990. It was put out on Arrow Records. There's nothing on Discogs about it. I can't find any information about the band at all. This was found in a charity shop. I take it from the look, if that's the band, there's a bit of an indie slant to them. So I'll probably do a bit more research once I listened into that, find out what they're about. Next single is Magazines, Shot by Both Sides, their debut single, their classic debut single. Written by Arrow Devoto and Pete Shelley. This must have been done in Buzzcock days, and Devoto took the song with him. The guitar on it, I think it's John McGeoch's guitar, just absolutely menacing, just so tight. Different version appeared on the album Real Life, and it's an album I need to get hold of, Real Life. So yeah, pleased with that. Another bit of 90s indie. This is Mega City 4, and this is Words That Say. From looking at it though, I think this was their first time they got the single broke the charts. It is on a nice bright green label, vinyl, sorry. Never really heard the band, so interesting to hear. It might just well be typical 90s indie. Another classic single that I found was Meek Mill's Spanish Stroll. It's their only hit single. I believe it got to top 10 in 1977. Willie DeVille. Yeah, it's just a great song. Yeah, almost Jagger-esque in their sound, in his vocal delivery. Yeah, something really quite, I would almost say, sexy about the song. He just had that bit of sleaze to it. More 90s indie is New Model Army, Get Me Out. New Model Army, very prolific in the 80s, touring, did a lot of benefits. Seemed to go in tandem with a punk poet called Jules. I think she went out with the singer. So yeah, it's the first bit of New Model Army I'd ever owned, CD or vinyl. Something a bit more up my straws, so to speak, and it's Slade's Goodbye to Jane. And the reason I use Strasser because this is an Austrian issue of the single. Build up my Slade singles collection. It got to number 2. No, did you get to number 1? No, it got to. I think it did get to number 1. It's still a great song. Great song, Goodbye to Jane. Supertramp, It's Raining Again, from their famous Last Words album. Not their strongest song, and I don't think it was the strongest album, to be quite honest. And it was around this point, I think Roger Hodgson even cut his hair a little bit. And I think after that, the band sort of, well, Roger Hodgson left, and I think from that, sort of bad feelings rose. Last of the singles, Teardrop Explodes and Reward, one of the great opening lines, Bless My Cotton Socks, I'm in the New. First top 10 single for them. So those were the 7 inches. Moving on to the albums. Blondie, Auto American. This is the 6th album, released in 1980. Best known tracks on here are Rapture and the Tide is High. Tide is High got to number 1. Rapture, quite an influential track now looking back at it, because it put rap in the mainstream. Mainstream act attempting rap. Really good, interesting album. The concept. Mike Chapman again produced the album. Artist that was all over the radio in the late 80s, Belinda Carlisle, Heaven on Earth. This is her 2nd solo album. But on the back of the title track, Heaven is a Place on Earth, she sort of really broke in the UK. Ex-singer of the Go-Go's. Also got Circle in the Sand, I Feel Free, I Get Weak. Some strong singles on this album. As I said, she was pretty much late 80s, early 90s, all over British radio. Here is a bit of a curio. It's Jan Hammer's Crocketts Fame. It's a 12-inch single. However, when I looked at it, very white label-ish. I haven't played it yet, so I suspect it has nothing to do, and it might be some obscure dance song. So I've got a feeling this might become a bit like this. Becomes a divider. There we go. Album I've been looking for on vinyl, and I'm pleased to get it. This is Heart, self-titled album from 1985. I believe it's their 8th album. But this was the album that really jigged their career in the US. Very 80s, and you look at them, dressed very 80s. In fact, you look at them and you think, what the dickens do you look like? Yes, very, no wonder there's a hole in the ozone layer. That's all I'm going to say. There's the back cover as well. Joking aside, you've got What About Love, These Dreams, Nothing at All, It Looks Could Kill, Shell Shock. Song-wise, this is a very strong album. Really pleased to find this at such a decent price in the charity shop. This is Jerry Lee Lewis's Greatest, and it's basically, you've got, it stems from his son, so it's a son recording. So you've got on here Great Balls of Fire, his version of What I Say, Frankie and Johnny, Hello Josephine, Money, Hillbilly Music, Hello Baby, Home. It's as I say, it's a compilation of some stuff. So yeah, I was really pleased to find that, because I haven't got any Jerry Lee Lewis on vinyl, unless it's part of a rock and roll box set I've got somewhere. Lou Reed and the Velvet Underground. This is a bit of a cash-in. It must be around the time of when Transform made it big. It is basically a compilation of the Velvet Underground stuff with Lou Reed. So you've got I'm Waiting for the Man, Sister Ray, and Lady Godiva's Operation on side 1. Side 2, Heroin, Sunday Morning, Or Tomorrow's Parties, There She Goes Again, White Light, White Heat, and Femme Fatale. So it represents more of a first bit of Velvet Underground I've got on vinyl. Which reminds me, I'm currently reading, I won't get it now, I'm reading Anthony Curtis's book. You might have seen the photo, I posted on the Facebook page yesterday. I was in a coffee shop. So, quite an interesting read. It's while De Curtis was a good friend of Reed's, he's not afraid to expose the flaws in it in Reed himself. Comes across at times as not being a very pleasant person at all. Another charity shop find. This is Frank Sinatra's "Strangers in the Night." This is with the obviously got the well-known track is "Strangers in the Night." This is a reprise edition. I think this initially came out in 1966. This is a reissue with the Nelson Riddle Orchestra. I can't say much more about Frank Sinatra. One of the great voices of the 20th century, in the later period, and probably the photo on the album just captures him probably at the situation he loved the most, being in the studio surrounded by musicians. Final piece of vinyl in this video. This is the Epic Sound Manual. Now, again, this is another item that's not on Discogs. This is a promo album, white label, promotional album, not for resale. So I think it's more of a radio album. And basically, it's just highlighting the artists that were on Epic at the time. This is about 1984. So you've got Spear of Destiny, Prisoner of Love. You've got Fashion, I Took, Dead or Alive, I'll Do Anything, The Quick, International Things, Sade, Your Love Is King, Wang Chung, Dance All Days, Cyndi Lauper, Girls Just Wanna Have Fun, John Hyatt, She Loves the Jerk, Nina, 99 Red Balloons, and Yes S-Band, Just Be Good to Me. So I was rather pleased to find that. Again, it's not an album that's on Discogs. So those are my vinyl finds, VC. So hope you're enjoying your Monday. If you have got a day off because of the Easter break, brilliant. Enjoy it. I hope your weather's a lot better than what it is here. So if you've just come across my channel and you like what you see, click on the subscribe button. More than happy to take you on board. I've got now 180, so it's steadily climbing up. Need to get my teeth back in. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Love the interaction. Feel free to comment. I will always try and get back to you. So I've got one more video to do. This is my CD finds, and it's quite a major one. So I'll leave it there for now. So keep spinning and stay safe. More importantly, keep smiling.